Will admit Romney likes to think of himself as Mr. Job Creator, the man to save the economy, Mr. Business. Last night, 42% of Iowa voters said their biggest concern is the economy. And among that group, 34% supported Romney. Romney helped start private equity firm Bain Capital in 1984 and left as its CEO in 1999. Full disclosure, NBC Universal and Bain Capital are co-owners of the Weather Channel. The firm Bain buys out and restructures struggling companies. In some cases, Bain did create jobs, but in others, Bain boosted stock, turned a profit, and fired lots of workers. But Romney doesn't talk about those.
When I was at Bain Capital, we invested in about 100 different companies. If you take those places where we were able to add jobs and subtract those that lost jobs, we added over 100,000 jobs.
Are you proud of your work at Bain Capital?
Absolutely. We helped create tens of thousands of jobs. I'm proud of the private sector.
Adding over 100,000 jobs and creating tens of thousands of jobs? A Washington Post reporter pressed a Romney spokesman to back up that claim and found out, quote, Romney is only counting jobs gained at companies restructured at Bain during and after his years there and not factoring jobs lost. That's incredible. Under this Romney rule, 2.3 million jobs were created under President Obama. Folks, Bain was responsible for thousands of layoffs. Bain acquired Dade International in 1994. The company went bankrupt. 1,700 jobs killed. Bain cashed in on a profit of $242 million. Bain acquired GS Industries in early 90s. The company went bankrupt. 700 workers lost their jobs and benefits. And Bain got a $50 million payout. And then there was American Pad and Paper. Bain took it over, 2 plants were closed, and 385 jobs were lost. Willard left Bain in 1999, but Bain never left him. He's still getting paid millions of dollars a year for nothing. What's the record you want to run on, Willard? Maybe you should run on flip-flopping on health care. Joining me now is Randy Johnson. He lost his job at the aforementioned American Pad and Paper plant in Indiana after Bain Capital bought the company in the 90s. The Democratic National Committee recently flew him to Iowa to tell his story. Tell me what happened when Bain took over your company. How did things change?
Well, when Bain took over my plant, it was really through AMPAD. And in 1994, what they did, they call it an asset sale. They bought only the assets, and they didn't take the workers or the union contract we had. They basically brought in security guards, walked us out of the building, and said, if you want a job with us, you have to fill out an application. And once we did, they brought us back at reduced wages and no benefits to speak of. Our retirement was gone. We had to pay more for health care. We got put on 12-hour shifts. It was just terrible conditions.
So Bain in '94 took over your company. Everyone was terminated. You could reapply to Bain, and when you did, it was lower wages, and all of your benefits and other things had changed. And at the time, the CEO was the great job creator, Willard Mitt Romney.
That's correct.
Now, do you feel that this policy could have been intervened by the CEO at that time? Do you feel that the workers could have, if you've got a person that has the concern of being a job creator, the concern of being compassionate for the American middle class, you guys were not lazy, useless beggars living off taxpayers. You were doing work, and yet didn't matter to that company or the CEO at that time.
No, we reached out to him. We tried our best. Some of the workers actually tracked him down when he was running for Senate in Massachusetts, and he talked to him, said he'd look into it and get back to him. He never did, and then sent me a letter.
Some of the workers that were laid off or fired tracked down Willard Mitt Romney when he was running for the Senate and actually talked to him about this?
Yes, they did. He met with 6 of them in Massachusetts, and we thought, well, he's going to get involved, but nothing happened.
And this is the man that says, as I've just shown in several clips, he created 100,000 jobs and tens of thousands of jobs. Randy, let me ask you quickly, when you see him campaigning saying that, how do you feel?
Oh, I think, to me, it's just simple. It's profits before people. I don't think he's in touch with the reality of what it means to be on the shop floor. He's never been a manager on the shop floor. He's not even managed a plant by itself. He's never produced anything but profits for the rich.
Randy Johnson, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.